welcome everyone to a review time. So films, TVs, or anything else you might have seen during the week. Anything on your end?
Um, so weirdly enough, I have had a mental week, and normally I watch quite a bit of YouTube at night. Um, I haven't watched much TV. The only thing I have watched, and you're going to go all cringy, I think, 'cause I don't think you're a fan. But
I will
East,
never cringe at anything.
well, I accept that challenge as well. EastEnders. So yeah, I told you. Uh, EastEnders, they've done this storyline where where these the kids potentially have killed the boy, but he's not. Anyway, it's been very interesting, and how Matt's falling asleep. I don't know if you can see that because but he was falling asleep. It's something that we watch. So every night when I get home from work, we sit, we have dinner with EastEnders every night.
You know, the only time I used to do watch that, I think, within like a routine thing, was back in the 1980s with Neighbours when I got home from school.
Neighbours, and you
Neighbours.
have the cheek to moan about EastEnders.
Yeah, look, I was like 15, 14, 12, whatever then. And the
Oh,
Neighbours is coming back apparently as well. So,
they've only just got rid of it, haven't they?
yeah, for the second time. But apparently it's going to come back on, I don't know, one other channel. I think another channel's got it or something. So it's going to come back again. So it's gone for like, I don't know, BBC to Channel 5 to Amazon. I don't know where it's going to come back. I think it might be 4, I don't know. But it's on its way back. So it's Baywatch as well.
And Big
But
Brother. Now Big Brother's on ITV now.
yeah, and
Now
Love Island's finishing.
I can't stand Love Island, but Big Brother, I was really surprised of how ITV turned Big Brother kind of woke. But
I like Big Brother now.
yeah,
I
they,
used to like it, then I stopped because I felt they started to take advantage of people. I like, as I said, like Love Island and some of the other stuff. I like the psychology with it, as long as they're not abusing or overly upsetting, things like that. Um, but when they stop having the fun games in it and make everyone try and argue, I turn off.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Uh,
it becomes a bit of a no. You
and,
know.
and and I'm the same as you. Like in the aspect of when Big Brother went to ITV, I thought, oh crap, it is gonna be shite because it's gonna be so woke. Because I know what ITV is like. But what ITV's done is they've made it kind of woke in the aspect that it's not woke. It's they care for people, and
Mm.
so they're not letting people get to that stage to be in the position where it has been on other channels. But what I love more is the editing style of ITV and how they've actually BBC production teams have really worked harder to make it more interesting to watch. Where before you would have a lot more of the it's day 4, 11:06, and someone's washing up, and there's none of that boring stuff anymore. It's literally just to the point. There's more intelligent games. There's just more information about each person without them being attacked or branded. The only thing I do disagree with was the guy that got kicked out of Big Brother because,
Mickey Rowe.
huh?
Mickey Rowe.
No, not him. I'm glad that he left. He was a womanizing pig. But the guy from the non-celebrity one, um, he got kicked out because of his political views. Because he liked Nigel Farage, but he had
Yeah.
strong opinions. And I thought you can't kick someone off TV for having strong opinions on a social show.
Yeah, but we've covered, I won't say covered this, but we haven't covered this in an individual way, but more of a way of how things are presented. So you can have a political view, and last week I just jumped out at you about wearing a pajama top. Obviously, he's wearing a shirt, but it had a pattern, So this is what I'm saying about like offending and not offending, the joke. What's a joke? What's not a joke? And people call it woke. People call it snowflaking. Some people just think nothing about it. Some people couldn't care less. Some people overthink it. But that's the point. Everyone's individual. So I'm not saying some people are too soft. Let's get that out of the way. That's just it.
Yeah,
But there is also a point of offending.
absolutely.
And there are some people just saying, "Oh, well, in my day, you could do this and do." That's fine. But there are times when things do move on, um, and I think those sort of comments where I'm getting that are more those that are aimed at individual people or people who struggle in life, shall we
Yeah,
say. So, and in those sort of circumstances, I do think people do need to take a bit of consideration what they think. You could tell and say, "Oh, he's fat." Yeah, I'm overweight. I used to be as skinny as anything, and people used to say to me, "I'll put on weight," have a laugh at me because he was skinny. You put on weight, everyone's saying, "Oh, you're too fat, you're too this." Actually, I've got feelings about that. I don't
yeah,
like it. I wish I was slimmer. I'm not. I've got reasons that I believe why I'm like I am. But rather than taking the mickey, why don't you just talk to me?
yeah, absolutely.
You just sort of say, oh, you eating okay, etc., etc. Why do you have to go diving in like a Mickey take away and all the rest of it? You know, yeah, it can be a laugh, and I can laugh about it, and I can joke about it, and I do at work. I do, at work. As you know, I do Santas now. So but the line of feelings, you know,
Yeah,
that
and that's what I kind of like about ITV's version is that they'll let people argue with each other as long as it isn't personal attacks.
exactly.
And I like that. I do
Yeah.
like that. And I didn't think I was going to like ITV's version, but I actually prefer it to any other Big Brother in history. So yeah.
So I'm not going to see a film this time or TV this time. I went to see Tiny Tim. Now, Tiny Tim, anyone who's not seen him, is a Facebook YouTuber. He does
Oh,
the
the
squeaky baby
squeaky
voice.
voice.
Yes,
Wow.
he's done like this tour, big tour, and he was in a local town from me, in Faversham. So I booked, and it happened a couple of days ago. Now this was uh, very dodgy, saying about what we're saying there. But again, the way it was presented, um, so he went with the audience. Yes, he did the Tiny Tim voice. He did not overdo any of that sort of stuff. He spoke about how it all started, the troubles he had with it,
What
the
kind of
first
trouble?
videos. Um, well, just basically I'll try and keep this short. Basically, the first time he did it, he phoned the school. Um, and the school were reporting this phone call. So as he was talking, he had like saying like, "Oh, Uncle Barry's mum's got Uncle Barry's in a funny headlock and things like this." And he said he had a knock at the door. He ignored it, bashed shut the door. He answered the door as he was doing the video, and it was the police saying that there's been like a child report from the school. So, so they were reporting to him as he was on the phone to them. So he said, and this social worker come in, a policeman searching their house,
My God.
all this kind of stuff. So he's telling a few stories about some of the videos, but he's also interacting within the audience and joking with them. Like a couple of people in a wheelchair or like disability leg, but they were egging him on. This was what he's saying about having a bit of a laugh and a joke. At the moment, it was fun. He wasn't abusive. He was just like, oh no, but it was just correct. It was, not offensive. But yeah, so he's doing this live tour. Um, and yeah, he said, hopefully he'd come back. He'd like to come back and do it all. So definitely, I think it was about hour and three, almost 2 hour show.
Was it funny and worth the money?
Yeah, it basically wasn't necessarily Tiny Tim, should we call it, as I go like that. It was more of a stand-up comedy
Oh,
type
okay.
thing. So it was the bloke, obviously Tiny Tim the gentleman, but he was say interacting with the audience, telling stories, doing a little bit of Tiny Tim. Um, you obviously get someone in the audience, phone someone, and he's talking to him on the phone and things like
Oh,
that. But that say wasn't overdone. So it's kind of like a stand-up comedian mixed with the Tiny Tim stuff and the bit of history and a few personal stories in there as well, but all done in a fun way.
was it expensive?
I think mine was £25, which is about normal.
That's quite a lot for someone like I'm not trying to say, but I mean Jimmy Carr was 25 quid
How long ago was that?
about a year ago.
And you probably find out it's in a bigger theatre. Bear in mind, this is only in a hall in Faversham.
Oh, okay, yeah, this was at the Assembly Theatre in Tunbridge Wells. So
Yeah, so if you say 25 times, I don't know, 200 compared to like 500 or whatever,
yeah, yeah,
obviously these people, as he said, he lives up north like Cheshire or whatever, they still got travel expenses, hotel expenses, three other staff expenses, sound and the manager, all these other additional costs to cover as well, so it's just, it's not cheap. But as we've said ourselves before, cinema can be £10, £15 for a couple of hours. And, it's I think you're taking away seeing these people as well.
and it's nice that he's expanding his portfolio with what he started off with.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's great fun. And as you just mentioned, there's a lot of little, I won't say little people. We spoke about salespeople, social media people, and to reach out to the everyday people, because you wouldn't expect someone like that to pop up in a town like Faversham or some of the small towns. So it's nice that they can not just focus on the bigger theatres and things.
Yeah.